Okay, hello everyone. Well, today we're gonna be talking a little bit about how Spanish language changed through the time. Okay, so we have different things that we need to consider into the Spanish language. So the Spanish has changed a lot during the past years. So today we're gonna be talking a little bit about that. So I don't know, please, Marco, can you go to the next slide? Okay, so um, we have three regions in Ecuador, and in each region, Spanish is talked differently. So, what do you think about that? Gabby, what do you think about that? What do you think about that? We do have different slangs, we do have a different vocabulary in Ecuador. So, do you think that it has different meanings in words, or do you think that it's just changing among the years?
Okay, yes. Hello, classmates and everyone. Well, I think each region, as we mentioned in this part, uh, has different vocabulary we use nowadays. They are not used so long. They are just immersed some years ago. For example, we have the common words in the coastal region, the coast Spanish ñaño or pelada. These words doesn't mean doesn't have a these words don't have a literal meaning. Ñaño is not you don't call ñaño to a brother. You call ñaño to a person that is maybe you have confidence with him, and pelada the same thing. For example, to a girl that you consider is beautiful, or just because she's a girl, and that is one of the common words from the coastal region.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I am. Yeah,
And
excuse
what do you
me.
think, Mark, about it?
Okay,
Yes,
I
what do you
think.
think, Mark, about it?
Okay, I am thinking that something to add in this discussion is like the word ñaño in the conversation we have to use for a best friend. Yeah, when we have a very confident person, we use that word in order to mention that he is our favorite, who in this case is the best friend for us. And also the word pilada is when you use that is a girl, very beautiful, of course, or maybe is it very attractive. So we use that word in order to pay attention on that girl. Also in Sierra region, we have some words that come that we have to use, or our parents use at the time. For example, the word guagua. And also there is some words that mix Spanish with the last language that was Quichua, that mix in that time. For example, guagua in this case means like el bebé. And also we have the word chuzo. So that's the word for the kid, or also the word for the children. So here we have the words from coastal region. I don't know if someone can add something else about these things, or maybe it's in
Yeah.
context.
So maybe, Marta, what do you think about that? Do you think that we have adopted different words from other regions into our language? And is it understood by everyone?
Yes, I agree with you. I consider that according with the interaction we have with the language and with the dialects of different regions, we have adopted some words, like you say. Um, Wawa is the most common word that we use, and I think in all the places in all the Ecuador, and also ñaño is very useful. So that's what I can say now, that we adopt the words, adopt the dialects according with how we use the language. That's what I
Okay,
say
thank
about
you
this.
very much. All right, thank you, Marta. So what do you think, Sylvia? What do you think about this topic?
I think that it's a chance they super our language since the Spaniards arrived to America. But this word will become natural for our. For example, wawa, another word, I don't know, chachai, ararai, it becomes to normal. So for this reason, I don't know if someone hear that is someone this word are there nowadays. We can find in the Real Academia de la Lengua Dictionary. I don't know if it's true, but I hear one day.
Okay, so we're just going to go with the next bar, Mark. Can you go next, please? Thank you very much, Sylvia. So now, basically, we're going to talk a little bit about some of the difference between we have in Spanish and English, but not really into the two languages. So we're going to mention here that we have adopted into our Spanish language some English words. For instance, do we use a lot? We use WhatsApp. We use tablet, the iPad, the iPhone. So these words can also be can also influence our language because we don't have a real word for those items, so we call them in that way. So in this case, Spanish is being influenced by many words around the world. So in this case, we are adopting those words in order to have a better communication, and also because of the technology. Technology is changing a lot. So we use those words in order to have, a better advancement. So what do you think about that, guys? Do you agree with me, or what do you think about it?
Yes, I agree with you. Or what is called borrowing. We take words from other languages. In the case of English, for example, we have borrowed words like from media, from social media. We say Facebook, even unconsciously. We don't think of the meaning. We don't say, okay, this is es un libro de caras. We say Facebook and we use it unconsciously. The same way we use WhatsApp. And this is also a phrase, to even to greet people. So, hey, hello, hey guys, what's up? And we have borrowed these words from other languages too. So we use also, for example, from French, déjà vu. It's also a common word in Spanish. And it is happening normally, I think, and we are all using them. And it doesn't have the same meaning if we translate. We have to use in that way.
Also, I can say that I'm agree with this. As I told you, um, in this case, English is influencing Spanish. And as you say, sometimes we adopt and adapt the word to our language. For example, sometimes we say, instead of say hola, we say hello, or maybe you say, yo tengo un meeting, no? That's that why we adopt the words and adapt to our language, or adapt to Spanish. That's what can I say about this.
That happened. This happened like with Quechua. Quechua, in Spanish, we add in the English also to happen the same. As Martita say, hello. I don't know another word in English is included in the Spanish language.
I could say that the Spaniards occupied the territory for over 3 centuries. Children and adolescents grew up and the Spanish language started to spread and expand in the region. Despite of this, the efforts of the Spaniards to impose the language, many of the native local words were adopted. The Castilian Spanish word was simply not accurate, to the description of the many new discoveries of the region. The adoption of the native vocabulary included local objects such as canoas, or hamacas, hammocks, ají, for example, chili pepper, tiburon, shark, iguana is the same. Well, another words could be tomato, tomate, papaya is equal, no, like papaya, the same. So those words for us are over the time are going commonly in this moment.
Okay, excellent. So I think that Michael, just go with the last one.
Okay, so I have like a specific introduction of this. So I have this question that how was the use of technology influence the transmission of the writing communication? So here I have some specific uploading things or updating things that we have during this time. For example, remember when we have to write only SMS in our cell phone? We don't have Facebook, we don't have Messenger or WhatsApp to develop the things. For example, we have to write some specific messages that we have only a specific number of characters that we have to write. For example, I think we have write only 160 characters in order to write one message. And after that, we have to pay for another one message in order to do this. For example, in this case, we have to use like abbreviations in this case in order to save space in our message. And also we have to give the same message, but only using abbreviation. I don't know if you want or someone of you use another thing to do that for example, instead of write the word que, we only write the letter Q. And also instead of write the question, in this case, por qué, we have to use only the letters X and Q. So here you have some specific examples that we have to use during these days. After this, or updating this part, we have the uses of emojis. Do you know the emojis? That was very interesting to send messages or to share feelings. So those are the specific methods to share some ideas, or in this case, as I mentioned before, some feelings. And nowadays we have the stickers. So we have to make like stickers from our friend or from someone very interesting or very fun. So I don't know what happened in this case. What do you think this method has influenced or the translation of the writing communication? I don't know if Nelly, can you share with us your knowledge of these things?
Well, actually, depending on where you go, you could hear
Okay, I think that she had a little problem. Well, I'm just gonna continue talking a little bit about, well, I think that, yeah, we commonly use a lot of these emojis, okay? And for instance, these emojis also transmit your feelings, okay? So for instance, when you're feeling happy, when you're feeling sad, when you feel angry, usually we can use these as stickers in order to encourage communication. So in this case, we are adopting into our Spanish language some other traditions from other countries into our country. And that is something that is normally happening nowadays. So most of us, we use stickers or we use some emojis in order to transmit communication, even though you can just put two stickers or one emoji, and then we know how you feel, okay?
Thank
So
you so much, Josh.
I think that, and then basically we're just gonna be finished. We're lack of the time, so that is it.
Thank you so much, and that's all for today. Thank you.